Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. So I'm doing this beautiful neon set of nails, and I've already tipped this lady's nails. Now her nails are in a bit of a state. The last set came off because she's been doing man jobs, like literally working in the scrapyard last week. But never mind. So I've gotten any bits off that were left on there from the previous set, and I have etched the new nail growth, pushed back the cuticles, applied my tips, reshaped the tips, and these are the Glitter Planet tapered square tips, and they're lovely and long. I did take some of the length off for this client, and I can't talk, I don't know what's going on. And I have dehydrated and all that good stuff. Like, I literally can't think of my words. What is going on? So there I was just adding my clear layer. So just coming in with an ombre on the baby pinky with Magenta from CJP, as always. Just forgive me being out of shot, it was the other hand I was recording, and I usually record the left hand. But I did the right one this time, so it takes me a bit of getting used to. And then coming in here with a more, and I have drained the liquid out of the back of the bead on this one. And then I'll just cap it just to protect that blend, and I'll come back to it. Yes, that is me vaping. I find it hard to put it down for more than 10 seconds. So on this nail I'm doing like some cut out designs. So I've come in here with a small bead of lime splash, and I'm just making a triangle shape with it. So I've popped it on, made sure, tucked it in at the cuticle to make sure that's as neat as I can get it, and then with the sides of my brush I'm just swiping up and tucking that in. So I'll leave that to set while I come on to the next nail. This is going to be a marble nail, so I'll come in with coconut milk first just to make sure that that cuticle area is nice and flush, and then another bead of coconut milk, a lime splash, and then magenta. And then just get my brush into a point and then swirl it around till I'm happy. And then I'm just going to gently just drag the front of that down just so the next bead will blend into it. You don't want to mix it too much, because otherwise you'll just end up with a mush. They'll all blend together and it won't look like a marble. So I just went in there just filling in any gaps at the side, and then added a bit more pink while that bead was still wet enough to marble. And then where I missed, I just cover it with another bead just to fill in the gaps basically. And then just tuck it up. And then again, just cap this one just to make sure I've got the apex in there. Just to make sure I've got enough product across the whole of the nail. I'm not too fussed if I file through any of that marble because that effect can look quite good as well. So yeah, just going to cap this pinky. So using a brand new file, I'm just coming in just to make sure those edges are nice and sharp on this triangle. And then I'll start adding my next colours, so it's just sort of back and forth, waiting for the next bit to set before you go on to the next nail. All the time I'm checking that other nail to make sure it's ready for pinching. So sticking to the same colours, come in this time with Magenta. Now on this one I'm using some matte glitter pieces from Glitter Planet UK, and this is called Neon Nights, and they're all just different size hexes with black thrown in there as well, and they're all neon coloured hexes, different sizes. It's really, really lovely. I was dying to use it all of that day and nobody would have it until my last lady, so yeah. I'm just popping this on and then nudging around where I want them, because I'm going to leave the free edge clear. So I sort of just went back in with a wet brush and picked up the colours that I wanted out of my dish. I wanted that green one just to break that black up a bit. So it can be a little more time consuming when you're working with chunkier glitters, getting your placement right or how you want it to look, but it's worth it. So then I'm just going to cap this nail in my crystal glass. I'm just tucking them sides in to keep that shape nice, and then patting and pressing down. So I'm having a little faff about, as per. So the lovely coconut milk. Coconut milk is literally the easiest white to use ever, without a doubt. It's just perfect. It doesn't go sticky on your brush. It's pigmented. It's so smooth to go on. It's really lovely. So if you struggle with white, try coconut milk. It's just, I love it. So here, because I'm not going to be able to get my file in there right at that join to the pink, I'm just doing it with my brush. So yeah, I'm literally getting that edge as straight as I can with the brush. And then while that one's setting, I'm just going to come in with another bead of magenta down the bottom. And again, can't get my file in there either, so just using my brush. All the time trying to keep that tucked in there at that side wall. So you don't want to build a massive nail. And to make sure that it is butted right up against that other colour, I'll come in and just pop a wet bead just over that join line, just to make sure. So I didn't really need to wait for that to dry because, like I said, I'm not filing it. So just come in with the coconut milk again, place that on. I did use my Love by CJP brush for this, just so because it's a bit more precise. I had a bit of black something or other stuck down. I didn't want it to show through when I filed, so I just got a pokey tool and poked it out. So once I'm done with this green, making sure that there's enough on there, I then come in with a small amount of black magic just to cover that gap. It really made it pop and tied it in with the Neon Nights glitter as well with those black bits. So I really loved how this set turned out actually. So just going to do an ombre on this thumb with Lime Splash. I actually love this colour, it's so beautiful. So more, as you can see, I just drained that first bead there, just over that join line, and then just feathering the front of that bead up. And then I'm just going to cap over that blend line. As I've said before, whenever I've done a cut-out design like this or a reverse smile line, I always come in with my e-file to get that bulk off first before I come in with my hand file. And that big sigh of relief when they all come through clean. Coming in with them sidewalls first. Just turn the hammer around to make sure they're straight from her view as well as mine. here we have the magical bit. So my tack-free top gloss as always. This cuticle oil in the other hand. So, thank you all so much for watching and joining me again. Sorry that I couldn't hardly string a sentence together. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys, much love.